Morning, everybody. Herbert Robert William Hennis, aka Owen Reed, coming to you from the beautiful south coast, far south coast, Bermagui, New South Wales, Dalmini, Narooma, all that area. Gorgeous place. And for my overseas followers, if you get a map of Australia, you look down the right-hand side, you go in the bottom, there's 3 states, you get to Victoria, go up to the top of Victoria where it joins New South Wales. We're just up a little bit on the coast. You'll see that area there. That's where we are. The birds that you've asked about are bellbirds, Australian bellbirds. Not very big, but boy, are they loud, and Wonga pigeons. So just getting that out of the road for people from the US and UK and who've contacted me over this, okay? I'll try to make this as quick as I can. The reason I'm doing this video is threefold. The first one is I'm just overwhelmed, and I mean truly overwhelmed. The amount of messages, text messages, whatever stuff I get and have got and responses has been just overwhelming. I haven't been able to deal with it real well because I'm not 30 years old anymore. I'm just old. I have limited time left on the planet. I've got limited energy, and I'm just trying to put it all into what I'm doing now, because this is my last great push on earth. This is it. I have no other reason for being here than doing what I'm doing now, and that's it. That's exactly how I feel, I'm telling you. You haven't... Anyway. But I can't respond to you all. I've tried to respond. I started out responding and typing and messaging, and I end up, seriously, it was aching, my finger. Finger type. And I couldn't. And then I ended up in conversations with people. And so I get more messages. And it was like I just couldn't deal with it. I was doing my favourite pastime the other night in Australia. The NRL finals are running. So I sat to watch the footy. Got to half time. And I had over 100 messages in my message box. And I said to Leanne, who I rent a bit of a house here, I said, I'm going to bed. I can't deal with this. And I was just so overwhelmed, exhausted, and didn't know what to do. And I thought, I've got to do a video to thank you all. So look, I thank everybody for responding. I've got people from the UK, I've got people from England, New Zealand, heart-wrenching messages from New Zealand. I mean, seriously. Spain, Portugal, Australia, and locally here in the South Coast. I mean, it's insane the amount of people on the South Coast who've contacted me. And a lot of them are friends with people who are supporting everything the government does, because the government is just gorgeous and wonderful and caring. So they're supporting them. But a lot of their friends aren't, and they don't know. And I like that. It's pretty cool. But thank you anyway. But I can't respond to you all. So please don't think if I don't like your message or do something or respond to you or write to you, or, because I can't do this anymore. I just can't. I don't have the energy or the time or the skill. I can't, I just can't do it. But anyway, so please, I love the messages coming in. They're great, but I just can't respond. Just put them underneath the video. That's fine, and chat amongst yourselves. And if you want to share it or if you want to delete it, whatever you want to do, that's up to you, okay? Because right at the moment, I'm not an empath, but I understand what it kind of means, and I think I've got some empathy, and I'm feeling like this weight of humanity's distress. Man, I'm telling you, it's horrendous, and this foreboding about what's to happen. Now we have a tremendous amount of people here are fighting very, very hard, and those who are fighting hard are being smeared and ridiculed and mocked, as they are around the world. That's the only platform they got. They don't shoot the message, just shoot the messenger, and derided and censored and blocked and deleted and deplatformed. They're just knocking all this information out. I was talking to a guy in Bermagui yesterday, day before, and he'd been coerced into getting injected, but he'd seen my video and he asked me some information. I was compelled to give it to him. I did warn him firsthand, and he said, that's okay. And he said, I don't understand. If I'd have had this information, I would never, ever, ever, ever have got injected. I would never have had it. He said, I've never seen this stuff before. Why haven't I seen this? Why is this not available? Why are we not told about this? I said, and that's exactly the reason I'm doing this, because people are not being told. This information is being hidden from them. And when it comes out and you find out what the government has done, what the health departments have done, how they've been complicit in hiding all this information, bending statistics, moving information, blocking and censoring information. When it all comes out what they've done, you will be shocked. you will be absolutely shocked at what you're going to hear in the coming months. Now, we have a man in Australia, ex-military, tremendous amount of contacts, was high up in the military. He's come out and he said in the next couple of months, hell is going to break loose within Australia. We are a test case, whether you believe that or not. I don't care how much you laugh at that. It's true. But there's a lot of us that are not going to make it out of this. We're just not. And I don't feel overwhelmed for myself. I'm just so angry at what the government's doing, the deception, at what they've done and what they're continually doing, and people are believing them and just going with this bullshit and going, well, that's the government, it's the truth, it's the health department. What are you, Dr. Owen? No, I'm not, but I have a brain. And I know where to go to get information from actual experts. These people aren't paid by Big Pharma. They're not government owned. They've got nothing. Putting out this information causes them to lose more, lose credibility, money, everything. They lose everything. Their jobs, their licenses taken off them. We've got thousands of doctors in Australia, doctors, chemists, nurses, medical professionals, who are all part of one website, who put stuff up there because they're censored and gagged by APRA, the Australian Health Professionals Regulatory Body. They're gagged. They sign these declarations. They cannot say a word or they'll lose everything. They'll lose everything. The Hippocratic Oath that doctors signed, gone out the window. Do no harm. Bullshit. How can you inject somebody with something you don't even know what it is? And if you don't know what the ingredients are fully, you don't know what those ingredients are, then you can't possibly know the side effects. You can't. I asked this guy, when you got injected locally, what did the doctor tell you would be the side effects? He said, I might get a mild headache and maybe a bit of a fever, sweat, just lay down, take some Panadol, I'll be okay. I said, did he tell you the other side effects, which I listed? And he said, no. Did he tell you that there's a chance you may die from this? Did he tell you that? No. No, he said. No. And if I'd have known about these other side effects, I wouldn't have had it done because I've had heart issues. So, well, there you go. So that doctor has complicitly and willingly injected you against his Hippocratic Oath with ingredients that he knows nothing about that could possibly cause you permanent harm or death. And he didn't tell you. No. Nobody's told this stuff. Nobody knows it. But the experts that know this are being censored, blocked, smeared, ridiculed, written off. Like they're idiots. But they're getting nothing from this. There's no glory in it. Why would they be doing this? Right. Anyway, I digress. Plenty of people in Sydney are putting this information out. Melbourne, Perth, Mandurah, fantastic. That's a good group I'm in. Adelaide, Northern Territory, there's some great groups around with people doing some great work, and I honour them all. I'm in a big gap here, and I've been told there's nobody. I don't know. There might be people. I don't know. It's nothing. This is just me anyway. I'm not anybody. I'm not. If I have information, I'm willing to share it. If you think it's stupid information, that's up to you. You don't want to know about me, that's up to you. That's not an issue. I'm, as I said before, way past caring. I no longer care. I don't care. I've lived a big life. Dying with millionaires, been as poor as a church mouse, doesn't make any difference to me. I've lived a life. It's been huge. And that's it. That's it. All I can do is lose whatever energy and time I got left to fight for what I believe is coming. And there's no way around this. There's no way around this. There's just not. And I'd love to give you the message of peace, joy and light, but that's at the other end. That's at the other end. It's between here and there that's going to get really bad. And as this military man said, within the next couple of months, and he's not alone in this. I've listened to other people who've got information from within the government. Yes. Who are telling me certain things that are going to take place, and these are things that it's just beyond comprehension. There's new legislation being brought in New South Wales. It's currently being trialled in South Australia. It's already in Victoria and it's in Western Australia. These legislations will censor society completely, and I mean utterly and completely. They'll remove people like me or any information from the internet. You won't be able to find the stuff that I can find now on various alternative platforms. I won't be able to find that. There's nothing there. They will delete every single thing and censor every single thing so that they can promote just a narrative. And there's 2 other places on earth that I know of where you'll find that. One's North Korea and one's China. Now, we're following an exact socialism package that China's put out. Exactly how we're shaping our society now is exactly how China is running. It's actually the model that the WEF want to use. That's the actual model, right down to the social credit score, which we'll be introducing in Australia through facial recognition technology, which has been set up all over Australia now as we speak. That stuff will determine how you live your life in society. Somehow we have to defeat all this. That's got to be all pulled apart. As I said, for a new world to emerge, the old one has to be abolished. But behind all this, there's a lot of evil, believe me, and it's the only way I can put it. You do know that currently in the Australian government, my information is that there's 39 suppression orders currently in place in the Australian government. All of those suppression orders relate to politicians, and they all relate to child raping, pedophilia. You know that. Surely you know that. The Woods Royal Commission uncovered Bill Heffernan. Watch Bill Heffernan's speech in Parliament. 23 currently serving and former politicians, high-ranking legal officials, etc., and a former Prime Minister of Australia, all listed by police on police records as pedophiles, child rapists, currently serving. Now, we just had our Prime Minister, who's had 2 petitions put forward to him in Parliament to remove the suppression order that John Howard placed on that report, a 90-year suppression order, so nobody would know. And he's ignored both of these. This Christian man has ignored both of those petitions to remove that gag order. And when his best mate out of his church at Hillsong, where I attended annually, when he was being charged with pedophilia, was about to be charged with concealing pedophilia by his father for 30 years, what happened? He let him know that he was going to be charged and said to him, you need to get out of the country, and he flew to Texas. You've got no idea. The police commissioner who's investigating that particular minister it took him 10 years. Gabby Chung, go and look at Gabby Chung's post. You'll read all about it there. 10 years to investigate him because he attends his church. Now, tonight you'll see a special on 60 Minutes about this particular church. But it won't show you everything. It just won't. I don't know why they're doing it. It's like a red flag event. And over on Sky News, they're going to do one on Wuhan. I'm going to watch that because I know the absolute truth about how this virus started, where it started, who started it, and when. I know the absolute truth. Anybody who's involved in this, in the research that we do, knows this stuff. We all know it. We all know it. Fort Detrick, Fauci. We know how it came about. That's not even these people are like, ooh, new information. Stunning new revelations. An investigation reveals. Bullshit. We've known this for over a year. We were conspiracy theorists. Now you're going to try and trot it out like it's some kind of new revelation? Yeah. I think you're just covering your asses, hoping that you don't get involved in the court cases that are coming about and will come about in the future. But anyway, there you go. I want to encourage you all. I really do, because my heart breaks. It literally breaks. I see people walking around. It's like that show, The Walking Dead. I see people walking around and I just, oh God, I could weep for the nation. I really could. But you're not alone. You're not alone. And I always going to finish with this. Whenever I do a video, I'm going to finish with this, right? And I'm going to do the same today. I just want you to know that in the end, we win. That we is a collective. It's a collective. It's good people doing good things, working for a good cause. All together, united. No race, no religion, no bias. We're all together, unified, and we will win. Now, tomorrow I'll do my proper video, which I'm going to do. And I hope you're not bored by it. It's anyway. Thank you very much for watching, and I really do. I love you all. And I wish I could respond to you all, but I just don't have that energy anymore to do that. So thank you, God bless, and catch you on the flip side.